Okay, so it's not going to be a really long video, but I'm just going to talk about something real quick. Gotta get something off of me. Pitbulls are illegal in some states. I know why, because of pitbull fights and stuff like that. But I know a couple people that have pitbulls as service dogs also. Me as one of them. Y'all know that already. But one thing I don't understand is how so many people can, just be like, oh, that dog needs to be dead, you don't need him, stuff like that, excuse me. But, there is so many stories on pit bulls that save their owners' lives. I don't think y'all quite understand that. I'm pretty sure that the pit bull is, the most top dog that will save an owner's life without even being trained. I know other dogs would if, they're really loyal to the owner and the owner is loyal to them, my bad. But it's, it just irritates me how people are like, oh, he's a pit bull, why is he in here, this and that, da-da-da-da. But it's, ridiculous for people to do that, because I don't think people quite understand how pit bulls can also, save other people's lives. There's just one time where we were, me and Max was, walking, was at Walmart, and I went outside to give him a potty break, because we were at Walmart for 2 hours because my papa was shopping, so I was just doing basic training and stuff like that, and so my Walmart is right by a truck stop where the truckers stop it by and rest and stuff like that, but it was 2-3 in the afternoon, and Max was just sniffing around doing potty break, and this man comes up and and he's kind of asking me how's my day and what kind of breed is he, just basic stuff. I wasn't thinking much of it, just because of the fact I get so many people asking me hey, what kind of breed is he, what is he for, why is he a service dog, just stuff like that in general. I wasn't thinking much of it, and I saw Max's body language switch from being here to protect my mental health and my health in general to a protective state. And I was like, Max, use the bathroom, don't worry, I got this, so he continued to sniff around, and the guy kept getting a little closer to me, and that's when Max kind of turned around, kept his eye on him, so I was like, come on, Max, let's go in, and he kind of followed me in, before we even got into Walmart, and all of a sudden, Max just kind of flipped out, was trying to dodge at him, was growling and barking at him, and that's when the man kind of backed up, because he was probably maybe 5-6 feet from me, and he was just following me, and that's all that he said was how was your day, what breed is he, why is he a service dog, just general questions that I always get everywhere me and Max go. And then once Max started flipping out, he kind of backed up and just kind of just walked to his truck. He didn't even go into Walmart. He didn't do nothing like that. So I'm actually really happy that Max was there, because Max normally never acts like that when he knows he's working. But as soon as that happened, after we got in the store, people saw it outside and they saw us inside, and they kind of backed up, I guess. And Max just acted perfectly normal, was focused on me always, doing what I need him to do. He alerted me a couple times after that, so I did DPT. DPT is deep pressure therapy, where you either lay down and the dog lays on you, or you can sit up and the dog lays over your legs, which I do both, but in public I normally just let Max lay on my thighs and close to my stomach, because Max is 65-70 pounds. So having all that on my chest when it's not necessary and I can just get it from my legs, then that's perfectly fine. But if I have like a really bad anxiety attack or panic attack or something like that, or I'm going into an episode of an anxiety attack or something, then that's when I'll lay down and Max gets on top of my chest and kind of just calms me down and just licks me all over. But yeah, ever since that day, I'm like a little scared to like go anywhere without him into big stores like that. Not just because that he protects me like that, just because he knows when it's right and when it's wrong. Because Max has never acted like that before, so it was weird for me. And then I finally got the hang of it, and I was like, he was protecting me. Something could have seriously went wrong if I was by myself in that store, just walking around like I normally do. And so if it wasn't for Max, no telling what would have happened. I believe that day that Max truly saved me from something that could have been very bad. And there's a couple more times that Max has actually stepped up for me when I didn't sense it or anything. But Max has always been like that. He's always, even since he was a puppy, when I had bad anxiety, I always used to go to my dad's house and his fiance's, you know, and she has 2 sons. And so a lot of times over there, I'd have a lot of panic attacks and anxiety attacks, you know, and Max, since he was a puppy, I guess he sensed it immediately. And I didn't start training him until he was probably about like 6 months old, because I didn't think like I needed none of that or anything like that, you know. And then every time I went to like have a panic attack or an anxiety attack, he kind of just like came and laid on me, and just kind of like every time someone tried to come around, he'd kind of like growl and lunge, but not like go out and attack them or anything like people think pit bulls do. He was just telling them to say like, hey, get back, she needs her space right now, and just stuff like that. And then one time at the river, one of my stepbrother's friends started getting too close, you know, and my dad didn't want Max to come with us or whatever, you know, but I was like, he's coming or I'm not coming. So he's like, fine, whatever. He hates when Max goes everywhere with me because he don't think I need that, which that's not the case. But I was like, okay, yeah, you know. And Max was probably about like 4 months old, 4 or 5 months old. And all of a sudden, you know, he started getting too close to me, and then Max kind of flipped out and broke out of his harness and came to me and like started like lunging on him, like lunging at him and growling and stuff, you know. And he's like, oh, you know, like, get your dog away from me, this and that, I don't want to get a bit today, you know, which Max would never bite someone unless they were physically hurting me. But there was a couple times where Max actually saved me from something that could have went horribly wrong. There was a lot of times where me and Max would just go fool riding and just stuff like that, just spend quality time. We'd go fishing together. Like, me and Max does everything together. Like, I don't go anywhere without him hardly, unless if I have my boyfriend with me, which my boyfriend comforts me. But he don't sense my anxiety or anything, which my anxiety's high all the time, every time I go out to, like, public. So, yeah, but if you look up on YouTube, pit bulls saving their owners from danger, there's so many stories about pit bulls saving their owners from like drowning, thieves, you know, like even stray pit bulls, like, excuse me, like they just don't want to be like hurt, they just want to be loved and stuff. They're just like every other dog. It's only the bad people that like make them like that, you know. And I feel like those people shouldn't be able to have dogs, especially pit bulls or German shepherds or Rottweilers or Doberman pinschers or anything like that, Great Danes, just because of the fact that that's why a lot of dogs are banned from certain cities and countries, because of them people. It's not the breed, it's not the animal, it's not the dog, it's the people. And I think that's what irritates me the most, because it's like a dog can be the most loyal pet, friend, and family member you could ever have, and they would never turn their back on you unless if you did something to them. So knowing that a lot of like breeds are banned from certain like areas, like if I went on an airport or something, I couldn't do that because he's a pit bull, just because an emotional support pit bull wanted to attack someone on an airplane. Like, they shouldn't let emotional support animals or therapy animals on the plane unless if they're well trained or not aggressive or anything like that, because when that stuff happens, I'm terribly sorry that I have a pit bull as a service dog. I wasn't thinking much of it. I lost my other pit bull, that one right there. His name was Poe. I'll insert some pictures after this video rant. But I feel like those type of like therapy dogs and emotional support dogs, ESAs, just dogs like that shouldn't be allowed on airplanes unless if they're properly like trained, not like aggressive, nothing like that, because that affects service dog teams. Like, there's a lot of people that have service dogs as pit bulls, and it affects us so much that we can't do nothing. We can't go to a certain country or certain city without being like, oh yeah, like that's a pit bull, you're supposed to not be here, you know. And they don't even care about the ADA a lot of times, you know, like they'll try everything just to kick you out. And it irritates me because this one time when Max started training, we went to Presskit, which Presskit banned pit bulls because this one time this little boy got attacked by two of them, but the little boy was like 4 years old, and his mom and dad was asleep when he was outside and came up to two pit bulls that he didn't even know and got like killed from them. But that should be the parents' fault, not the pit bull. So I don't know, but this one time we went to Presskit and Max was starting to train, you know, and he was kind of skittish of everything, so I was getting him used to like buggies, you know, other people being around, just stuff like that. And this one man worked there. He was a big man, and he kind of like backed up every time me and Max like kind of like went around him or something, you know. And then he finally said, hey, is that a pit bull, you know? And I was like, yes, it's a service dog, you don't have to worry, he won't like hurt you or anything like you think, you know. So yeah, it just irritates me how people are so scared of pit bulls just because of what they hear and see from other people doing what they do with them. Not everybody fights them, not everybody kills them, not everybody abuses them. Nobody makes them mean except for the bad people. And that's so unfair to the animals, because it doesn't even matter if it's like a Chihuahua or a Dachshund or something. Like, people are gonna do what they want to do. They don't care. Like, it's bull crap. And it gets me so frustrated how like dogs are banned from certain states and cities just because of the people who raised them to be like that. They take it out on the breed. That is not right for people who own them dogs and tell them, hey, you need to like give that dog away or this or that, you know. Like, it's so unfair. And so like here where I live, my city where I live, there's a leash law or whatever, and they're supposed to not be pit bulls unless if they're on a leash or in a fence or something, you know. But there's so many stray dogs out here, and they do nothing about it. Like, I can't even take my dogs for a walk without worrying if a dog's going to attack them or something. Because whenever Poe was little, Poe Jr., that one, the big one out there with Diamond, one time this black lab came up, and he's just a stray dog. And he tried to attack Diamond, and Poe was just a little bit bigger than Diamond at the time. He was probably like 6 months. He literally wanted to attack him for trying to attack Diamond, and then Diamond kind of flipped out and started trying to attack him also. So I had 2 dogs basically trying to pull me down to the ground just to attack this one freaking stray dog that thought he knew everything and could get away with it. Like, it irritates me so bad. Like, I don't know why. It just irritates me. And yes, Poe Jr. has Pitbull in him, and also Husky and German Shepherd. But you can't tell that Poe has Pitbull in him because he looks like a border collie, like an extra large border collie, because border collies ain't that big. But he looks like a big freaking border collie. And I tell a lot of people, like, oh no, like, he has Pitbull in him, and they never believe me. But yeah, that's just all I gotta say. Like, blame the people who raise the dogs, not the dogs or the breed. For once, someone needs to speak up about the dog breeds and stuff like that. It's not the dog's fault. It's the humans. It's our species that does it to those kind animals. Like, y'all need to stop. Like, y'all should literally go to jail for that. Like, it irritates me so freaking bad knowing that so many dogs get euthanized and go to shelters and stuff like this just because people don't know how to treat animals. Like, it doesn't matter if it's even a freaking cow. Like, cows can do the exact same thing, but you don't see nobody euthanizing them or killing them or anything like that, like, it's stupid. And cows can kill someone way faster than what a pit bull could. It's ridiculous. And it just irritates the living crap out of me knowing that people do this to the dogs that don't deserve it. Yeah. I'm just trying to speak out for the breeds who are banned from certain areas in the countries and states and cities, and not the people. Like, it's irritating because people fight them, people abuse them, people starve them, people do everything to them. Our species does that to those poor babies, and they did nothing to deserve it. Nothing. It's really, really sad. And I feel like they don't deserve it. Not at all. No animal should have to worry about where they're going or if they're going to have to fight for their lives or anything like that, or be starved to death or be chained up for the rest of their lives. Like, it's bullcrap. Like, I don't understand why people are so bad to animals. Like, if you're that bad to animals, you don't need one. And this is just me talking because this is my rant. But I can't help it. Like, this irritates me. It's been bugging me for so long. Especially because I have Max now. Originally, I was going to get a German Shepherd for a service dog, or like a Doberman Pinscher or Rottweiler or something like that, instead of a Pit Bull. Because I know there's so many conflicts and stuff with the Pit Bull as a service dog and stuff. But what people don't freaking understand, that Pit Bulls are highly intelligent and can do just as much or even more than what any other dog breed can. Like, alright. Okay, I'm done before I, get mad. So, I'll catch y'all in the next video. I hope you like my little rant. So, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye.